Hello, everybody. Today is August 2nd on the Wednesday. I'm going to make this video for my EOL community. I just became a member probably about a week or two ago, and a good friend of mine said, why don't you make one for them? Because I've been making videos for probably, I don't know, since I went to your event, Kyle, in Glendale, California. I got to go back and rewind a little bit because a friend of mine was going to go, or was going to go to California, and she's going to go by herself. I was like, wait a minute, you need a bodyguard. And so I'm just going out there to go to this event, watch some guy speak, blah blah blah, and then she tried to give me a ticket, but the event was sold out. So somebody ended up could not go, so I ended up going. And I was open, minded, and I didn't know what to expect. It changed my life. I am so centered now since I was, I can't even put into words the blessings since I've been, and Kyle, and I'll give you all the credit, but I'll give you most credit, okay? Because you're the one who started this. You're the one who had that foundation, had that vision, but it had to come within. I had to have that open mind. I had to have that leap of faith to go there and just, okay, I'm gonna listen. I'm not the biggest skeptic, but I'm pretty logical, and I go through a thinking process, but what you had to say, brother, it really got me to the core, and what you bring to the table got me to the core. My life was filled of addiction. I got multiple drunk drivings, and I've been sober for 15 months. I talk about my addictions. I talk about my faith. I talk about a lot of things on my videos, and I just said if it can help one person, this is all worth it. Because I put all my whole life on display. I wasn't ashamed of it. My thought process was, hopefully this will help my kids as well. I mean, I wish my parents would have a video for me, because they're not here with us today, and so much knowledge, so much to share, and I speak through them. But I told myself, if I can only help one person, this is all worth it. I've got a couple calls about people that are just out of the blue, friends of a friend's son, a relative's son who needs some assistance, and I was able to kind of point him in the right direction. And that's all worth it. That to me was why I do it. So, well, this friend I went with, though, I'm sorry, I don't mean to backtrack, but it's just things come to my head, kind of like you, Kyle. But this person who I went with was my ex-wife. We've always had a friendship, and I wish I would have went up on stage to talk about that. That would have been funny. Maybe this time around, because I am going to see you again in September, and I look forward to it. And I've seen a few of your videos prior to this, and I've seen the one that you just posted recently about the event, and congratulations on your new baby. And my deepest condolences about your mother. I can tell how much she meant to you. I know how you feel. And that's crazy because, just death is a part of life. And that's why, and I tell my kids that you never know what's going to happen to me or you, or that's why you got to love daily. You got to hug daily. You got to live daily, live in the moment, and speak with a soft tongue. and keep the toxic people at bay, because their life is too darn short to argue, to have anxiety. You have to live life, and that's what I'm doing. I'm living life. And I can go on and on, Kyle, about what has been transpired since I quit drinking. And when I heard you talk about, well, why don't you talk to prisoners? Well, I could. My brother is a union president at a prison. I need to get more information. I need to get more in touch with who I am, and that's something that I can see myself doing. Because I lived it, and I see myself out of it. I think I think when people who have, when they go see a professional and they talk about their addiction and their problems, wouldn't you like to hear it from somebody who actually lived it? Instead of hearing a doctor who's got 10 degrees and, I think it makes more sense. I think you have a little bit more empathy. You have a little bit more insight. So if that's something I'm going to do, potentially. But another thing, too, is I got to mention this as well, that I used to play football for Michigan State University, and I've helped out in a couple camps, or actually one camp, this a couple weeks ago, and I reached out to Mike Sadler's foundation. Mike Sadler was a former kicker at Michigan State who died tragically in a car accident, and I emailed their foundation because I would love to be a part of that. It was the day that I was in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I missed it by a few hours, and I didn't know it wasn't even going on. And so, but I got an email back from his mother, and wow, I was just, wow, this is what happens. This is God's work. I mean, I preach that a lot because there's no other way that I can see where my life is headed without him, and what the blessings he has given me and bestowed upon me without him. I am so gracious and blessed, and this could lead to a potential doing what I love to do, and that's to teach a talent that I have and to give back some way. I always think it's all about giving back. You feel so, there's so much gratification in that, and we all have talents, and it's about utilizing our talents and having that leap of faith and going for it, because there's so much I need to accomplish, and I have a good job, but I need to do more. I have to do more. I've always said that. I pray about it daily. And I think it's all coming. It's all right around the corner. I think God's just given me some sobriety under my belt. My people who are very beneficial in my life. But I'm just very thankful that I went, Kyle. I seen you in person. I did a Callego with, I forgot the gentleman's name, the songwriter. And man, I got wrecked. I mean, when I say wrecked, I mean tears are flowing, and I was just so, oh my gosh, I was so overwhelmed because I see a change. Because I honestly believe God has taken that away from me to say, George, this is your life without an addiction. This is your life, and I'm going to bestow this upon you, because now you are responsible, now that you have that clear head mind, clear head heart, soul, and I want you to talk to the world. I want you to talk to anybody who will listen. And that, to me, and what I got out of that was so much. I never knew I was going to get that much out of your event. And oh my gosh, what's going to happen on September 9th and 10th? I can't wait. I know, you got the bar set here, brother, and I love that. And that's what I like about you, man, because you speak from the heart, and that's what I do. But God bless you and your fiance and your newborn, and that I look forward to seeing you guys in September. Going back to Cali, Cali. I'm going back to Cali. Yes, I think so. Take care. God bless.